In this short tutorial, I'm going to quickly teach you how to purchase and hosting from Namecheap. Now, there are different platforms where you can purchase domain and hosting. There's Google Host, Q servers, and the rest of them. Now, for most platforms, especially foreign platforms, you might not see .ng. If you're looking for .ng, you might need to find local hosts like smart webs, like Google hosts to find something like that. But for most international platforms, or basically not so regional or local, you will not find things like that. You might find .com, .org, and all of those things. I prefer to use Google domains for mine, but I'm not going to use that for this tutorial because it's very selective of some cards and some other things to it. If not, it's very simple. And because I don't use that for my hosting, so I'm going to go you through Namecheap, which is what I used for the website tutorial as well. So when you log into namecheap.com, this is the URL, namecheap.com. It will bring you to this page. I should believe that if you're watching this tutorial newly, you do not have an account. Now, if you have an account, you can actually just sign in here. So this is domains, this is hosting, WordPress, email, apps, security, transfer to us. They have so many aspects of it. This is a basic website code. So I just want to teach you how to get a domain and hosting. Now, if you're getting just a domain, the only thing you need to do is just come here, click on domain, and then you click on domain search, or you just, this is registered already here, just click on the domain you want. Maybe you want a domain, for example, if I put excellencejoshua.com and I click on search, it's actually taken. I actually have a website like that, so you're not actually going to find it available. So I've just clicked on enter. Let's see what comes up from it. If it's available, you're going to see it's most likely not available for me to purchase again. Give it a few minutes and then you see it will show you if it's available for you to buy or not. And if it's not available for you to buy, it will show you alternative alternative domiciles like .org or .net that might be available with that name, alternative names that you can actually use. So let's see, let's find out, is excellencejoshua.com available? So note that this actually works for other platforms too. The first thing you want to get a domain is similar, but different platforms, different interface. So you might want to just be patient to go through and identify what works for whatever platform it is you're actually using. Okay, so you see, taken. You see, I told you it's taken because it's my name. So if I want to buy it from someone, I can make an offer, send her an amount, and if I get the offer, I might say, okay, fine, I want to sell it to you, or no, I'll take this amount. So you can actually make an offer to whoever sees the domain. However, they're letting me know that there's .net, .org, .ai, .tv. And I need you to know that all these domains mean different. .net is popularly used by people in the tech industry. That's why we have the techietrain.net. It's popularly used by them there. .org is if you're working with an NGO, a non-profit. But for companies and profit making industries.com works, and it's actually very popular too. It's actually very common. People don't have to think twice about it. Then .ai is for those in the artificial intelligence industry. .tv, of course, for those that are into TV, blogs, and all of those things. .tv might work for you. Now, most of these things, if you look at the prices, they are more expensive. .net is more expensive than .com. .com cost about $8, 9 or thereabout, depending on the brand, or $12 or 13. But trust me, whatever .com costs, .org will always cost more than that, and .net will always cost higher than both of them, and that AI costs a whole lot more. .tv and all. .ng might even be cheaper if you buy from a Nigerian host, or slightly more expensive than .com. That's basic. So you don't only have to have .com, you have .me, .us, .tech. There are just so many anything you can actually have. So for example, I'm deciding to take .net. I'll just add it to my cart. Or if you don't find this, you can actually change it, tweak it, maybe put I am Excellence Joshua or something. Let me put it here. I've added that to my cart, so it's showing down that I have something in my cart. I can put, I can change this to, I can actually change tweak the name to something else that what they call it that I want, to see if it is available to get, if the name you want is available and you want .com, so you can always tweak it to find what is suitable or what works for you. I hope after this tutorial you get to sign up for a comprehensive website tutorial, so you get a full info on how to build websites and some other intimate things that you might not get in this overview. Now, I am Excellence Joshua. You can add to cart. You see this is available. You see it's 8.889, cheaper than .org and cheaper than .net. That's just basically how it works. And currently, there's a promo on Namecheap. Namecheap always has promos most times, so you see with coupon. Now, you can actually just check out and buy just the domain, or you can check out is all the same, so I'll take you through that. Or you can add a web hosting, a VPN, professional email, and SSL and WordPress hosting. Now you don't need to add a professional email because you already have webmail when you get your hosting. If you get your hosting, you get webmail access, which is free for your hosting. So you don't need to add any of this thing now. And if you don't add them now, you can always add them later. So if you want only domain, you don't want to get hosting yet, which you have to pay annually for the domain, you just click on checkout. You don't need an SSL yet until you have a hosting, so you can always keep it there. So I can decide, okay, these are two domains. I can decide to delete this, just delete this from my cart and have only this. So when you're buying only domain, you're actually going to have the ICANN fee. It's actually to register your domain with the Internet Corporation of Assigned Names and Numbers. You can read this through. It's just cost less than $1, just about 18 cents. Then domain privacy, this is optional but very good. Domain privacy, I always encourage it, especially when you're doing it for the first time. It's relatively free, and I encourage it so people do not start spamming you. And that's one thing I have issues with most Nigerian companies that sell domain and hosting. You buy from them, and before you know it, you begin to get all manner of messages from people to use spam messages. So I'm usually careful about that. Another thing you want to check is premium DNS. It's available on Namecheap and it costs about $2.88 or thereabout. It just gives you premium access when you have issues and it makes things simpler for you. That's just basically what it is, and you can actually read it here to see what it actually means. So I'm not enabling it here. So once you choose what you want, that's for only domain. You can actually just confirm your author and then you can go ahead and pay. However, if when you're buying your domain, you're actually also going to buy hosting, I'm going to show you how to do that. So let me go back to the blog account, just namecheap.com now, to show you if you're getting domain and hosting, this is the best way to do it. But if you're getting only domain, maybe you just got your name, CSU just approved, you just secured your US URL, you just want to quickly your username, you just want to quickly save the domain, somebody takes it. That's just a simple way to get a domain. Now for a hosting, if you want to get a domain and a hosting, I will encourage you first get the hosting. And when you come to hosting, you can just click on hosting. There are different types of hosting, and I think I already explained that in the overview. So this is, you have so many here, and for you, I believe as a starter, shared hosting is absolutely fine. It's called for online beginners. You can see different classes of hosting based on online beginners, small business, large business. I'll beg you to please and please go and open Namecheap. You don't have to buy anything and just read up different things there. Go to hosting, read about it, the different types, compare them, and look at the different plans. So you can choose your plan. There are different ways to choose your plan. Choose based on the type of business you own, or this overview, or here. So you have online beginners here, large business is still the same. So if you're just starting out and your website is just like a portfolio website, just a company website, a one-pager website, this Stella is absolutely fine for you. But if you begin to pull too much traffic, it might be too low for you. Your site might get down because if you go down, if you actually go to shared hosting, let me see if it's here. No, it's not here. If you go to, let me go to shared hosting and you see the features, you can see it here. It has only 20 gig SSD. While this one, the Stellar Plus, has unmetered SSD, and you can create different. So you can have up to, when they say unlimited websites, it means I have excellencejoshua.com, a website. Do you know I can create a website called store.excellencejoshua.com with a different, with a new, like install a separate WordPress to that. I can create unlimited websites with that domain. While with this Stellar, you can only create 3 websites. So I can have academy@detectivetrain.com, school.detectivetrain, sorry, academy.detectivetrain.com, school.detectivetrain, and all that, and install WordPress to them. So this one for Stellar Business is high. You might not need for that. I usually prefer the Stellar Plus, and because most times even when you're starting, you don't know what can happen in between. You might expand. So I usually encourage that you do the Stellar Plus, right? And then the beautiful thing about hosting, unlike domain you have to pay annually, is you can pay monthly, you can pay yearly, you can pay in multiple years for hosting. So let's assume we are taking the Stellar Plus and we're taking the monthly plan. So it's usually more expensive if you're buying monthly, but if it's yearly, it's this. So if I click the multi plan and I select this as the Stellar Plus, so you can see the features, other features aside what you see here, it's going to show you all the features, and I need you to take your time to actually read it. So this has now been added. The next thing when you buy your hosting is they'll ask you, do you have a domain already, or do you want to buy a domain? Now, if you already had a domain somewhere else, you can actually bring it in here. You click at existing domain, and then to ask you to sign into the existing domain name or something. If you don't have a domain name, trust me, you can actually bring a domain from another one to here through this transfer. You transfer domains, but this is beyond the scope of this class. I'm not teaching you. So if you've bought a domain before on this Namecheap or whatever brand you're using, that and you're getting your hosting there, so you can use the existing domain name and sign in, or you can get the new domain name. Remember, we added a new domain name to our inbox, to our chart, our cart. That's why we're seeing this option. So if you want the one in cart to be attached to it, you can. If not, you can have a new purchase and the same thing. So you can check for, let me use Mercy chiroma.com. So just the same way, but this now you're getting the hosting first, then the domain, see it's available. I'll just say connect to this hosting. So I want this hosting to be connected to this domain. So you'll find this hosting under this domain. Then the icon fee comes there, and then the domain is annually, but your hosting fee is per month. You just add both of them to cart. Yeah, so once you have it here, you can go through it again to be sure your domain registration. This is Mercy Kiroma. We are closing this. I'm Excellence Joshua. Maybe you don't want to buy it anymore. And if you want to enable premium DNS, remember you have the hosting, which is 1 month. You can come here and change this. I now want 1 year, I want 2 years, or whatever. And you can actually turn on or off your auto renew. If you don't auto renew, they'll send you reminders still when it's almost expiring for you to actually auto renew. Then if you have a promo code, you put it here. If you have a promo code, if you don't, it's fine. Then once you're sure with everything here, you just click on confirm order. Now you don't have to buy SSL. Usually Namecheap gives you a free SSL when you buy hosting and domain for them. That's one I think one fair deal with them. They're not the best, but I can recommend them for a bit. So yeah, it's going. So it's going to take you to create an account if you don't have one, and if you have one, it's going to take you to tell you to sign in. So I'm just going to assume you don't have an account yet. So you just, if you have an account, you put your username here and password and sign in. If you don't, you create a username, you create a password, confirm the password, put your name, your first name, email, and then you continue. When you continue, to send you an email to your email box to confirm your sign up. And once you confirm, you'll be able to log in and pay. I'm going to quickly just I'm going to quickly log in because I already have an account with them, right? So that I can show you how the checkout actually looks like. We've checked out, we're confirming, want to go ahead and pay. So I want to show you what it quickly looks like. And then, so you see I've logged in and then it's here. So we have all of this. Now, if you're a new account, my payment is already here. It will ask you to put in your payment method, your card, or if you want to use PayPal, to let you know and to remind you not to renewing. It will ask you for your billing address and it will ask you to accept the terms here. So if you don't accept this, you won't be able to pay now. So once you accept this, you can pay here or you can pay here. Now I'm not paying because I don't need this. And then once you place the order, you see done and you get emails that your account used to register that this has been set up. It will send you emails, it will send you everything else you want to see. So I'm just going to take you quickly to my email box to show you the kind of mails you will get once you've purchased your domain and hosting. So this is my inbox. I've had quite a number of conversations with Namecheap. So I just had to search for it so I can show you when you purchase a domain and hosting what it looks like. So I'm just going to quickly show you. Yeah, so this is an order. This is what your order will look like. It will tell you what you bought, the package, the name, the domain registration, the package, and everything. So you're definitely going to get an order summary of the receipt confirming your payment. Then you're also going to get this. This is called your hosting details. So it's going to tell you your hosting plan, the domain name, the date you started, the server host name, your IP address, and then it will tell you how to log into your Namecheap here. That's not me. Login and to tell your name servers. This name server is important. If, for example, you bought your domain from maybe you wanted an NG domain and you bought from Google Host and you now want to connect the domain to a hosting in Namecheap. So these are the servers that you will use. You put in that domain. That's an advanced web class course. You put in that domain to connect it here. But to tell you about SSL that you have up to 50 for your domain name when you buy from them. And then it will give you the login details for the cPanel. So it takes about 24 hours or less for your website to be propagated. When I say propagated, that's for it to go to be available on the web globally. So before it's available, if you want to start working on your website, you might have to use this URL here that was sent to you. But once it has been propagated, once you use your domain /cpanel, you'll be able to show your cpanel username as well as your password, which you can actually change there to show your FTP and every other thing that you need for your hosting. That's just basically what it does, what they send you. And then there's something else they send on your domain. They also send a mail on your domain. I'm sorry, I can't. Um, I usually purchase so many at once, so I can't really find it. But really, that's what it's like. That's what it's like. That's what it's like in here on Namecheap, and I think that's nice. So in the next tutorial, you're going to be watching how we actually understand, set up some things and log into the cPanel and set up and then get on with WordPress. Thank you.